hanging out, probably.
Awesome. Yes,
well,
Greg.
Guys,
what's up? Awesome.
Enjoying a fine Mai Tai.
What's up? Awesome. Wow, look at all those wise.
Julio, yes.
What's up? Awesome.
Enjoying a fine Mai Tai. Janet is working in the background right now to get it to go live. Once we do that, I'll actually get into the presentation. So, and yes, this broadcast will be recorded, so don't worry about that. Last week's was not. Ran into some technical challenges, but hey, we're live now. We are live. Awesome. Thank you to my very best friend in the whole wide world this morning, Janet Legier, out of Canada. Appreciate that. Thank you very much for helping us go live this morning. So, welcome officially to today's webinar. Now, first thing I want to do is just welcome everybody, all the brand new members, all of the Now Lifestyle members, and also if you are brand new to network marketing, if you're brand new to building a business online, if you have no clue what Now Lifestyle is, no worries. We are just here to add some value today and talk about some really cool stuff. And some of what I'm going to talk about is a little high level today, and some of it is also very, very basic. So if you guys have joined me on any of my other webinars before, you guys will realize, and also too, just before we get going here, Seb, if you could monitor the comments while I'm chatting. I'm not going to have a chance to see every question until the end, but yeah, I mean, we're just here to provide some value, have some fun, and like I said, if you have seen any of my other webinars, I always start off with the same thing, and I do this for a very, very important reason. It is, it's to be a little repetitive, but consistency is king, guys, and if you are consistent in your business, you will also get consistent results, okay? So, that being said, whether it's Now Lifestyle or any other business, whether it be offline, online, or if you are starting your own business, and specifically a home-based business, one of the most important things that you can do is decide. And it sounds really, really easy, and you're like, Dan, duh, yeah, I signed up, I'm ready to go, but it's a lot deeper than that, and it's also a lot more important than that, all right? Realize that once you make your decision, you've made your concrete decision that, yes, I am going to build a business, you are deciding, right here, what's between your ears, you are deciding that I want a result. I want a result in my life, and that result could be anything. It could be anything that your heart desires. It could be to get in better shape. It could be to make $10,000 a month. It could be to spend more time with your family. It could be to go on the most amazing vacations ever. You just got to decide that this is what you want to do. And once you've made that decision, the next step in the process, besides taking action, another step in the process would be to write your goals down, because you commit them to memory more when you write your goals down. And then if you want to take it a step above and beyond that, create a vision board. Go to Staples or go to OfficeMax or an office supply store, Walmart, wherever, and buy a big pegboard or some type of cork board where you can start clipping pictures of the things that you want in your life and putting those on a dream board or a vision board. So when you're sitting at a desk or when you're sitting around and you're actually working the business, you can look up and see all the things that you want, and it helps bring that reality closer to you. So, guys, making the decision is the most important thing that you can do when you start your business, is deciding that you want a result and defining what that result is. Be very, very specific, and the more specific you can be, the more precise you can be, the more attainable that result is going to be. Don't just say that you want to be rich. Don't say, I want a lot of money. Be specific. Say, by September of 2017, I want to be making more than $12,500 per month. Be specific. Come up with a number, and then go after that number. Don't just, the more generic you are, it's going to be tougher to get results, okay? So number two, right off the bat, you guys want to take massive action. Now, old school traditional network marketing is, what's taking massive action? It's writing, busting out a notebook and writing down the names of all your friends and family and calling and saying, calling up your Uncle Phil and being like, hey, Uncle Phil, I just signed up with this thing. I think you should take a look. And Uncle Phil's like, what are you, stupid? And then you're like, what am I doing? All I'm getting is rejection everywhere I go. But taking massive action in today's network marketing and now lifestyles network marketing is a lot different because we are a health and fitness opportunity backed by a technology company. So we have that ability to create automation. We have the autoresponders, we have the capture page, we have the email swipe copy that we can send out to all the leads that are coming in, and you can put your business on automation. So taking action is getting as many people to click on your link as humanly possible. You can do that for free with YouTube, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of those things. You can do that with money. You can use paid traffic like solo ads, Facebook ads, again, YouTube advertising, Google pay-per-click, Bing pay-per-click. You can use a lot of things, but get as many eyes clicking on your link as you possibly can, as fast as you can. That is taking massive action. Stay consistent. Every single day, do the same thing. Follow up with your leads. Email your leads. Get more eyes on your link. Over and over and over again. Do the same thing each and every day. Every single day, if you guys follow the 80-20 rule, which I've done on these presentations before, if you look at the 80-20 rule when it applies to online business, 80% of your time should be dedicated to taking action on your business. Now, reading a book is not taking action on your business. Getting people to click on your link is taking action in your business. You guys might have to excuse me for a second. I'm on daddy duty today, and my kid's crying over there. So I'll finish this thought. 20% of your time should be dedicated to personal development, reading a book, listening to empowering audios, watching a video, and learning how to do something. Okay? So hold that thought. I'll be right back. Gotta attend to my kid for 1 second. This is real life, guys. This is real life. So hang on 1 second. My wife is helping her sister in their kitchen today. So bear with me. All right, there you have it, folks. Like I said, real life. So that's what you get when you work from home. Sometimes you have to deal with a crying kid, but it's okay. You keep going. So anyway, 80-20 rule. When you guys apply the 80-20 rule into staying consistent every single day and you focus on taking action, you're going to get consistent results if you stay consistent with those things. Now, 20% of your time, a lot of times people mistake that watching a video or reading a book or doing some type of personal development is taking action, but it's not. Taking action specifically is getting eyes to click on your link. So if you are doing, I call them income producing activities, okay, and write that down, income producing activities. The more income producing activities that you are focused on every single day, the better results you're going to get over time, okay? So if you don't focus on income producing activities, you focus on, a lot of people make the mistake when they first get started, they go through info overwhelm and they start watching video after video after video after video, and then when they're watching all these videos, they get so overwhelmed and they haven't taken a single bit of action, and then they get overwhelmed and they quit, all right? So you got to realize what taking action is versus what the other 20% is, what that personal development is, all right? Now, and the second most important thing out of all that, besides making the decision that you want to do this, that you want to have a home-based business, that you want a result or a better result in your life, is to never quit. Stay consistent and never, ever quit. And anything that we talk about from here on out, you can always circle back around to making that decision. Because if you're going along, and yes, Jeffrey, this is being recorded. If you're going along and you hit a roadblock, let's say you run some traffic, or you've been really doing the same thing for a few weeks and you're not really getting the results that you want, if you've made that decision, everybody gets frustrated. Everyone hits a rough spot. I hit rough spots. I still hit rough spots, okay? I still get frustrated. I get bummed out. But the point is, I can snap back around quickly, okay? And I do that because I made the decision that no matter what happens in my life, no matter what happens in my business, no matter what happens anywhere, anytime, I'm going to find a way around and keep moving forward. And if you make that decision, that number one most important thing, no matter what happens in your business, Facebook could shut your ads account down. YouTube could shut down your YouTube account. Facebook could block you. All kinds of crazy things could happen, but you keep going. You find a way. And if you've gotten to that point where you feel like you're doing a whole bunch of stuff and you're just not getting the results that you want, I want to take a quote from one of my favorite authors, and he has a great ebook and a great book called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And the author is T. Harv Eker. So if you've never read that book, if you've never listened to that book, if you don't know who the guy is, write it down. The book is called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and the author's, his name is E-E-R, T. Harv Eker. And he has a quote where he says, if you're not getting the results that somebody else has, and those are the results that you want, there's just something that you don't know. Okay? There's just something that you don't know. And that brings me on to slide number 2, which is, again, you guys have heard me say this before, success is a learnable skill. Everything that I know, I learned in the last year. Okay? Figuring out how to do a webinar, this software. A couple months ago, I didn't know how to do that. Now I know because I learned. And Janet is now teaching me, and I'm learning from her on some of the back-end stuff, some of the forwarding it to Facebook and recording the webinars and making sure that we play this back for all you guys. I'm still learning. I'm learning every day. Never stop learning. But success is a learnable skill. So the things that I'm really good at, staying consistent, building large teams, traffic, building sales funnels, all of that good, fun, technical stuff. Again, over a year ago, guys, I didn't know how to do that stuff, but I learned how to do that stuff. So success leaves clues. So learn what other people are doing. So if you're not getting the results that you want, then all it means is there's just something that you don't know. And if you've made that decision that, yes, I want a result in my life, yes, I want to, build a business online, I want to do whatever it is, whatever that result is, as long as you decide, you will find a way how to get there. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. And I know, again, a lot of times I go over this information a lot, but it's very, very, very crucial, and it's very important because at the end of the day, the Now Lifestyle community is phenomenal. The people are phenomenal. The system, the products are all phenomenal. But your success has nothing to do with Joel. It has nothing to do with the products. It has nothing to do with the community or anything else. Your success, your own individual success, has to do with what's between your ears. Right here. That's what has to do with your success. So if you have the right mindset, if you decide, if you stay consistent, you take action, you never quit, if you do those 4 things, you will find success in Now Lifestyle or any other company. You just got to make that decision. You've got to start there. Okay? So, yes, and Janet, you said it best. You are responsible for your success. Period. End of discussion. All right? And, so many times, so many people make the mistake of, they play the blame game. All right? Oh, my upline doesn't this. My sponsor doesn't do this. My sponsor doesn't get back to me. My upline, blah, 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 blah. And I know that might sound harsh, but the reality is it's not your upline's fault that you're not getting results. Period. It's not your upline's fault. Sometimes you guys got to look yourself in the mirror and say, do I want this? am I willing to do what it takes to get there? And if you've made that decision, we're going to keep circling it back. If you've made that decision, then yes, you can find a way to get there. But don't play the blame game. Don't point the finger at somebody else. Point it at yourself. Look in the mirror and say, what else can I do to get better results? What can I go learn today? Who can I study from? Who can I mirror? What new skill, what new thing can I learn today that will give me a better, different result tomorrow? All right. So one of the things that we're going to talk about today, I want to talk about two main things that are going to help your business. Now, like I said in the beginning, this is a little kind of high level, but not really. And it's some stuff that's all going on right now. I know my team and I are involved with what we're going to show you. And I want you guys to really think about the next two slides and what I'm going to show you. Okay? So I want to talk about, first thing, is maximizing your investment. Okay? How do you maximize your investment? So what exactly does that mean? So the traffic and the leads and the people that you are bringing towards you, how do you get the best results that you possibly can? And although it might, you might think in your head, all right, I got a really good funnel, or I'm using a really good capture page, I'm using really good traffic, my emails are good, everything's right as rain, everything's good, I'm good to go. I got a good funnel, I got good traffic, I got good email follow-ups. I'm going to go on the beach and hang out and wait for the big fat checks to roll in. That work for some people. But I also want you to think about, what can you specifically offer your members that are going to keep them around for a long time? Is it your cool, super wicked, awesome, savvy emails that just keep them hooked? Or is it something else that you specifically or your team offers? Now, like I just said, you could be on a team right now. You could be on a really great team that you can simply plug people into. And I know for me as a leader, that is one of the things that I am trying to do with my team. I'm trying to give them a resource. I'm trying to give them a tool that they can use as they're sponsoring people to plug people into. So over time, what you're going to want to do eventually. Now, again, if you're brand new, don't worry about any of this stuff, but pay attention, think about it, but you don't really have to worry about it too much right now. Over time, as you start to build a bigger team, become more of a leader, you come out of your comfort zone naturally a little easier, you want to think about starting to develop a lot of these things on your own. So what does your team represent? Who do you represent to your team? When your team looks at you, do they see a leader or do they see someone who is just another link in the chain? And I'm not saying everybody watching this has to run out and, become a leader overnight or even become a leader. I'm giving you food for thought that eventually, as you start to brand yourself online and you become more of an authority because you're, raising up in the ranks and you're becoming more noticeable, you might be on the leaderboards a little bit, people might be looking up to you, you might have authority positioning just because you made a video or just because you, were on somebody's webinar. Like, hey, I want to know about that guy. What's that guy all about? So what do you have to offer the people that are coming towards you? All right. So think about this. If you want to maximize your investment and you're bringing traffic, you're bringing leads, you're bringing clicks, you're bringing people towards you, what are you offering your members to keep them around you? Now, am I perfect at this? No, absolutely not. Am I working on it every single day? Am I staying consistent? Am I continually trying to get better? 100%. 100%. So think about this. When you start looking at these things, when you bring a lead into your business, in today's network marketing, when you bring a lead into your business, what does your welcome email look like? All right? Does it have your personal information in it? Are you offering to connect with them? Is it real? Is it you? Or is it just a copy and paste of somebody else's email? Or does your welcome email simply say, buy my product, buy my product, buy my product? So I want you guys to think about starting with when somebody first sees you, when somebody first gets a glimpse of you and they see your welcome email, what are they looking at? And I'm going to give you guys a quick example. All right, I'm going to share my desktop real quick, and Janet, or Seb or somebody, just let me know that you guys can see my desktop, because I do want to share with you guys one thing. All right, cool. I think we're good there. You see it. All right, good, cool. So, oops, wrong thing. So this is the email. This is a real life, and I'll try to make this as big as I can so you guys can see this. This is a real life welcome email that I send people that go through one of my Now lifestyles. And this, guys, this is just an example, but I want you guys to think about what your readers are looking at, what your leads are looking at. So the first thing I have is I have a picture of me with my website, okay? So that's a branding thing right there. Then I also have, hey, Daniel here. Smart move on seeing what this is all about. Have you had a chance to grab my free ebook? Because some of my funds contain an ebook. So right off the bat, I'm offering branding, and I'm also offering value. And again, like I said, this is a little high level, and I understand that not everyone's going to be able to do this, but these are just ideas that you guys can use, okay? So I offer an ebook. So right off the bat, I'm offering value. I'm offering reciprocity, okay? And if you don't know what reciprocity is, look it up. I'm offering reciprocity. I'm also being confident and saying what you're about to see is 100% real. So these are now results. I'm sharing real life results. Not only have I been able to get in better shape, but I've also started to make real money online. These are my results over the last 12 weeks, so I share real life results. So for having great success, I was invited down to the corporate office to be interviewed. by CEO and 8-figure earner Joel Tarian. Check out that interview here. So again, more results, more real life results, so they can see that yes, this is real. Yes, I'm a real person. They can match up that person with the person on the ebook, with the person up here in the picture, okay? So if you see the value like I did, simply create a free account here and get started. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. Let's get connected. Get connected with my team and I here on this is my private Facebook group, okay? This is where everybody that joins my business and everybody that joins my team's business, so everyone that they sponsor in, gets invited to this private group. We have trainings, we have videos, we have files, we have all the tools, tips, tricks, and everything that they need to get their business up and off the ground. So we invite them to join us. And then I'm also inviting them to, look me up on Instagram too. So I'm sharing with them results, I'm sharing with them real life value, and I'm also sharing with them, come back to here. Okay. Just 1 second. All right, there we go, back to, oops, my bad. So, like I said, I'm sharing with them value, results, and a personal connection. Now, I understand that not everybody's going to have an ebook. Not everybody's going to have an interview video with Joel, okay? But what are some other, just think about this. Like I said, I know this is high level, but what are some you can do in your welcome email to bring people closer to you, to bring people closer to your team? Maybe you just take your phone, and shoot a quick video and say, hey, Dan here. Man, thank you so much for checking out that link. I can't wait to meet you. Why don't you do me a favor? Click that link below in the email and get connected with me on Facebook. And also, hey, I'm part of this great community. That link is down there as well. Why don't you come join us and see what this is all about? So don't feel like you have to, be super technical. Every single video that I make is recorded right here on my phone. Every single video I make, either, my MacBook, like we're doing now in a webinar, or I'm using my phone. That's it. I don't use any fancy equipment. I don't use anything crazy. I just keep it real, and I would encourage you guys to keep it real. So when you can use a welcome email that is going to invite people in, create a personal connection, and give them value, whether it be a group, a community, something that they can join for free, an ebook, a document, a pamphlet, something. When you can give them value and bring them into your world, then that will create reciprocity. That will create a long-term rapport and relationship with the people and the leads that you're bringing in, and it also will keep them around longer. So, like I said, when you're bringing people in, do you have a team focus? Or are you, me, click my link, get started here, buy my product, whatever it is? Or do you have more of a team focus? Let me plug you into our community. Let me surround you with the tools, tips, and trainings and everything that you need. All right? Are you sharing with them, with your team or in your group? Do you guys have weekly webinars? And obviously with the Now Lifestyle group, yes, we do. And like I said, when you're thinking kind of leveling up, when you're thinking of a higher level, all right, yes, a lot of the communities like the Now Lifestyle community, just like the webinar that I'm doing right now, just like the webinars that Janet does, just like some of the webinars that Joel does, those are community webinars. But do you also maybe in your team, in your specific team or your specific downline or your specific group that you're in, do you guys have weekly team training, something that's maybe a little more technical, something that might show people how to create their first ad, how to do a pay-per-click campaign, how to create a sales funnel, how to write good email copy, how to use email swipes, how to post a video on YouTube? Do you have basic trainings like that once a week that you can also plug your team into so they can continuously learn? What value are you adding to the people that you're bringing in? So just, guys, food for thought here. What type of trainings, what type of videos? Does your team, does your group, do they offer email swipes? I know we do, we have them in the back office, but what else can you offer them that will keep them around, that will make their experience and their engagement, what will bring their engagement level up? What can you do that's going to affect that? A leader, as a person, as somebody bringing them into your community, how are you specifically going to affect the people below you by doing some of these things, okay? For me, and you guys will hear about this not only in this slide, but the next slide too, is that one of the most important things that our team does, and I would strongly suggest this with, whatever team you're on, whatever group you're on. My specific team is called the Six Figure Fitness Team, and we're just a segment in Now Lifestyle, but basically me and everybody below me, my whole downline, all whatever is 540 of us, we have a group chat. So we use Facebook Messenger. You guys can use Skype. You guys can use, I'm sure, a whole bunch of other tools out there. But I use Facebook Messenger, and everybody that joins me, as many people as I possibly can, and now everybody under me too, on our team, we plug people into this group chat. So now we have a live 24/7 group chat where we have people from all around the world, Africa, UK, Scotland, Germany, Poland, New Zealand, Hawaii, Canada, South America, everywhere, all over the world we have people. So there's always 24/7, there's people that are in this group chat. So if anybody, especially anyone that's brand new, has a question, they can ask the question right there in the group chat. And usually within, I would say max a few minutes, they get an answer. Or somebody in the group is starting, wants to help that person, and they try to figure out the answer themselves. And I've seen some absolutely amazing things happen in that group chat. Amazing things have happened in that group chat because, people are just reaching out and going above and beyond to help people. And what's even more amazing too is in that group chat, I'm starting to see leaders on my team start to emerge. People that are consistently answering questions, people that are putting themselves out there to go find answers. But when you guys can, again, leverage your people and use a system like that, again, that's just more value, more rapport, more engagement that you can get from the people that you're bringing into your team. Okay? So again, guys, like I said, a little high level, but just food for thought and just some things to think about down the road that you can do to make you more of the leader, to make you more of the go-to person. And when you're bringing leads and people into your business, you have so many resources at your fingertips that you can offer them that can keep them engaged, that can keep them plugged in, that can get them answers when they need it. All right. So those are great tools. So also, if you guys are watching this now, if you guys watch this on the replay, I do have the PDF version of this, and the second that we're done broadcasting this, I will post that in the group. So if you guys want to use this PDF, use it as an example, you definitely can. And then you can certainly watch this broadcast again and then maybe take some notes or do whatever. All right. So second slide is just about creating more engagement on your team. So how to create more engagement is, again, just like we talked about, having that group chat, having, when people can plug into something that's live, something where they can have a dialogue with somebody. So think about this. Think about, and it's like you have Messenger on Facebook, you have Skype, so you can individually message somebody, but think about the community that could be created, or the community that, could really start to flourish when you have multiple people in there, multiple personalities, but everybody there is positive, like-minded, they all want results, they all have, the same, not necessarily individual desires, but they all have the same desire to have more, to, push themselves out of their comfort zone, to try, to go after things. They've made, at least trying to make that decision, or have made that decision. So they've taken that step, and now you can use a group chat to be that supportive community, that fire, that kindling that is burning under them to keep pushing them forward. But it's great when people have questions, when people can, really just tap into that group chat and use that as a tool to get questions answered. It's funny, sometimes literally someone will just pop in there and say, hey guys, how's everybody's day going? And then next thing you know, there's like a picture in there of what people are doing, what food people are eating, where people are at. And I'm really, myself, feel very blessed with the team that we've created. I would encourage you guys that are watching this to try and, whatever team you're on, or maybe just, if you have people below you, start your own group chat. Start your own group chat and just say, hey, I know we have our team over here, but I'm just starting this group chat to make sure that you working with me have everything you need. I just want to be a resource for you, and over time you can start to build that up. But it's a great tool. It is so underutilized, so I would again highly recommend that. Now, another thing that you can do to create more engagement on your team is to delegate. And you're like, are you a boss? Is this a job? But think about it. One of the best ways to get people involved in your team, in your business, in your group, in whatever, is to delegate. And I'll give you a perfect example. Shane, who's one of the rock stars, one of the leaders on my team, we have our group page, we have our private team page, our group page, and I said, hey Shane, can you create a document for all of the files that we constantly use, like our webinar links, our landing pages, our swipe copy, all the basic things? And Shane said, yep, no problem. And he created that, and then he put that in the file section of our private Facebook group. So now, Shane owns something. He's part of something. And we've asked other members of the groups to do other things too. And when you can delegate, and when you can create that ownership within the team, when you can create ownership, you build more rapport, you build more strength, because when people take ownership in something, they also take pride. And when people have pride in what they do, they take it a hell of a lot more serious than somebody that, might be on the fence. So yeah, 100%. Joel saying delegation makes people feel part of the community. Absolutely. So, I'm a perfect example right now, because I'm helping Joel and the Now Lifestyle community with webinars. But I love doing webinars. I love teaching and training and coaching people, but that also takes a little bit off of Joel's plate. So Joel can focus on other things like the supplement line that's coming out soon, getting you guys more guaranteed paid signups, working on other things, and he doesn't have to focus on making slides and putting a webinar together and getting on the webinar. He can do other things. And the same thing on my team, when I can have Shane and Sean and Matt and these other folks work on things. A couple of weeks ago, you were on a webinar with Matt. Matt and I did a webinar based on email marketing. Matt put the whole slide together. Matt pretty much ran the whole presentation because Matt also stepped forward and said, "Can I do this?" And I said, "Yeah, absolutely you can." So, it's, just like Sean says, it's about creating leverage on your team. So when you can delegate, absolutely. When you guys can share resources on your team, again, you can do that with the group chat. You can do that in the private Facebook group. You can do that within the Now Lifestyle community page or anywhere else. But when you guys are sharing resources, and that's also good too, if you guys have a question and say, hey, what is the best, if you guys go to the group page, the Now Lifestyle group page, and say, what's the best sales funnel right now? What's the best capture page right now? Who's getting good open rates on their emails? What does your swipe copy look like? Do you mind if I take a look? But when you guys can share resources and have those things to use, again, it's just going to create more engagement on your team. It's going to make people feel more comfortable, especially the people that are brand new that maybe aren't so sure what they're doing. So sharing things goes a long way. That's why do you think on webinars and trainings and everything, I share with you guys a lot of the books that I get a lot of value from. So if you're watching this live or if you're watching this on the replay, if you're watching this on a replay, pause this, go get a pen, come back and write this down. My probably top 5 go-to books that is in my 20% of my personal development every single day. Number 1, hands down, best book that I think made the mental shift for me is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. It's a really old book, but I've read it 7 or 8 times. Every single time I go through it, I get more value out of it. So The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. The Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. I know I listed more than 5, but those are all great books. You can get them all on paper, you can read them all, or you can go to the app, in the Google Play, or go to the App Store and download them all as ebooks, because I also have them all on ebook. So when I'm mowing my lawn, taking my dogs for a walk, going to the grocery store, at the gym, you would think like you're at the gym, you're like pumping and you're listening to like Metallica or something like that. Like, no, I'm listening to an audiobook. So, but yeah, those are all great books. So when you guys can share that type of stuff and share that with your team, then again, you're just creating, rapport. You're building engagement. You're creating leverage on your team by sharing those things. All right, just like I'm sharing this stuff with you guys now. All right. So group page posts. Another thing that is great to do is when you can share with your team, share on your team, like who's winning, who's succeeding. And I think that I do an okay job of this. I can, this is where I'll be real and say I can do a better job here. But I also like to share share every win, celebrate every single win that's on your team. So if somebody gets recognized, then take that, share it, post it. You can do it on your public Facebook page, your own personal page, or you can do it in a group, in a community, if you guys have your own private team page. But when people find success, if they hit the leaderboard, if they get, notoriety for something, then share that with everybody and say, hey, congratulations to Sean Mullen. He was just, nominated as a rock star in the Now Lifestyle community. Awesome job. Congratulations to Carol for hitting the leaderboard for crushing leads last week. Awesome job. Congratulations to Shane for hitting the leaderboard. Congratulations to Matt for hitting the leaderboard. Congratulations to Rosie for hitting the leaderboard. But the more that you can recognize people on your team, the people that you are bringing into your life, then you're going to create more engagement on your team, okay? So, like I said, a little high level, because you're thinking, right now I'm talking about everything as thinking as a leader. But also realize too, is as you are, if you're still new, you're still in your first month, couple months, 4 months, whatever, and you don't feel like you're quite that leader yet, you can still participate in a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here. You can still recognize people. You can still share resources. You can still celebrate every win. You can still participate in the group chat. You can still offer to help people. So you can still do a lot of the things that I'm talking about and start working your way up towards really, doing a lot of these things yourself and becoming that leader, becoming that go-to person, becoming that, that person that people look up to. And maybe you don't want to be that person, and that's totally okay. But over time, the longer that you're in this business and the more results that you're going to get, the bigger your team gets, the more people are going to look up to you. So why would somebody look up to you? Well, think about it. If somebody is below you and you're up them, someone's going to look up to you because you have more time, more experience, more knowledge, and better results than they do. So they are going to look up to you at some point, somewhere, some way, sometime, and somebody's going to be looking to you as a leader. Now, it doesn't mean you're a leader. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But again, I'm just giving you guys all things to think about that at the end of the day, guys, here, it's all about value. What type of value are you adding to the lives of the people that you are bringing closer to you? So your leads, the people that you bring into your business, all of those people that are coming towards you, what type of value are you presenting to them, and what are you adding to their lives to make them want to hang around you, to make them want to continue to build a business on your team? So when you can use some of the resources that we talk about here today, you're going to get more engagement. You're going to get a better long-term residual person on your team. But if you just want to sit back and, you got your copy emails going out and they're like, me, buy my product, click here, click here, click here, you're not going to have the results, that you really deserve and could achieve. You might have good results, because at the end of the day, this is just a numbers game. So the more numbers that you drive, the better results you could get. However, if you do some of the other things and you build a supportive team around you, you could get much better results. So, all right. So that being said, that's it. I just wanted to really share kind of what I'm doing, what my team is doing, and even what some of the leaders on my team are starting to emerge and do on their own as well. So, I hope you guys got some value out of this. And like I said, that PDF presentation will be available. I'll post that live on the page. I might be able to post that right now. So let's see. Let me go to the Now Lifestyle community. See if I can post this for you guys right now. I'll just post it right in the group chat here. All right, boom. So I'm going to put a comment. It's going to be in the comment section of the Now Lifestyle live video. All right. And I'm going to put the PDF right in there, if I am allowed to do that. So at this point too, if you guys have any questions, please fire away. You may fire when ready. What's that movie from? Anybody get that one? I hope you got that one. All right, boom. That is officially pasted in the comment section of the live video that we're on right now in the Now Lifestyle community. So you guys can go check that out. Cool. All right, yeah. Joel's saying come to Cabo if you guys can get to Cabo. 100%. I know. Yeah, you guys will have the chance to obviously hear from Joel. You'll hear from myself. You'll hear from a lot of top leaders. And you know what? Like Joel says, and a lot of other top leaders say too, is that the education happens in the training seminars. The education happens in the classrooms. But really, some of the best actual real life knowledge that you're going to get is going to be from when you are sitting down at a table having drinks with Janet or Joel or me or Greg or John or any of the other top leaders, Tissa, any of those folks. When you guys are, we're on excursions, we're talking, but yeah, we're there to have some fun, we're there to enjoy ourselves, but we're also networking. We're talking about traffic and conversions and lead pages, and what's working for some might not be working for others, and you'll be able to learn so many good, great, positive things. That's what makes events really special. And I've been to so many amazing events. I was at an event in Punta Cana about a month ago, and I got to network with tons and tons of people. And what was great is some of the network that I did, we actually went off on an excursion, and we were ziplining. We were ziplining in the jungle, but while we were standing around waiting, I was networking with somebody who was earning 7 figures a month. So do you think I took that opportunity to ask questions, to learn, to network? Absolutely, 100%. And when you guys go to these events, come on, Janet, you can do some ziplining. My wife did it. My wife is scared of heights, and she went ziplining, and she loved it. And we also went parasailing, too. And she's afraid of heights, and she went parasailing, so she loved it. But anyway, yeah, I mean, in those events, you just have such an amazing opportunity to network with top leaders and just really get to know them as real people and find out what's working, how you can take what they're doing and apply that into your business. Events are critical and amazingly critical for success. And if you can't get to an event, it doesn't mean that you won't have success. But when you can get to an event and you can apply what you learn at those events into your business, it's crazy, because every single event that I go to, this is my little black book. This is my little black book right here. Every single event that I go to, I take notes. And you guys have probably heard of a guy named Ray Higdon in network marketing. And he says, your notes are like your uncashed checks. All right. And when you can take your notes and you can apply that into your business, or you can take your notes, and here's another acronym for you, and this is going to help you with creating value, is invest, learn, teach, ILT. And this is another Ray Higdon thing that he talks about. But invest, learn, teach. So you invest time, sometimes money, you learn something, and then you turn it around and you teach it. So if you were to go to an event, if you're on a webinar right now, you're investing your time. It's free, so it doesn't cost you anything except time. You invest your time, you learn something, and now you can take what you learned today, you can turn around and you can teach that to somebody else. When you go to an event, you can invest time and sometimes money. You learn something, and you will learn tons of things at an event. You learn that. You write it down. You record it to memory. You shoot videos. You make verbal notes, whatever it is. And every time I go to an event, I literally can't wait to get home. I can't wait to get home and then start applying what I learned. Sometimes I'll even go back to my room. If I'm at an event, I'll go back to my room and I'll start applying it instantly. So that's why events are super, super huge, and they're super, super critical to your success. So if you guys can make it to Cabo, I would love to see you there. I can't wait. It's going to be a blast, and I can't wait to meet so many of you guys face to face. It's going to be awesome. All right, cool. So any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Fire away while we got you live here. Other than that, we'll get this webinar wrapped up. Kept it under an hour. Awesome. So Seb, I don't know if there were any other questions, if you saw any other questions on here, but just go back and take a peek. Thank you, Janet. All right, cool. Wow. No questions. That's a first. That's a first. Oh, yeah. Powerhouse, and I don't know your name, but GoPro. GoPro by Eric Worre is a great book. And as a matter of fact, when I was my class today, I have that on my audiobooks, and as you could see, I have not finished listening to that, although that will be my probably third or fourth time listening to it. But GoPro by Eric Worre is great. .com Secrets by Russell Brunson is definitely a good one as well, for sure. 4 Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Yep, that's another good one too. All right, Julio, you're asking the free account pays 50% direct sale. Oh, so if they upgrade from free to paid and they go from, so if they upgrade from free to pay and as they're doing $50 a month, 50% of that is direct commission. Another 40% of that goes to the binary. But that's when they upgrade from free to paid. Kevin says, what is the best way as a newbie to get started in the business? Just like we talked about from the very beginning, man, you just got to decide that you want a result, whatever that result is, and you got to take action. You just got to start learning what the business is. Plug yourself into a team, plug yourself into a community, whatever group you're in. Joel's answering right there. Watch some of the videos in the back office, but the number one most important thing you can do is just decide that you want a result and start getting your link out there and take massive, imperfect action. Don't worry about being perfect. Don't worry about, learning every single thing that there is to learn, but just start taking massive, imperfect action. Get your link out there, drive some traffic to your link, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, paid traffic. Like Janet was saying here, contact your upline and, ask questions. Be resourceful. Ask questions. And you have a huge community with the Now Lifestyle community that you can ask a question to anytime you want. If you're on, somebody's team, then you can ask your upline or you can ask that group privately. But find ways how to do things and just be resourceful and start taking action from day one. And you'll figure as long as you make that decision that you want a result and that you're committed, you'll find a way. You'll figure out how to get the answers that you need so you can get the results that you want. And like Joel says, sharing your story is a great way to do that. Definitely sharing your story is 100% a great way to do that. And not spamming your link, all over Facebook saying, join my opportunity, sharing it in a good, positive way where you're connecting with people. Michael, you're saying getting subscribers has been an issue. So if you're talking about just getting leads or getting, people to opt into your page, then I would experiment with different capture pages. There's many different pages. The funnel that just came out last week, it's called Free Funnel. When you look in your link section and you scroll all the way down, you'll see the funnel that says Best Shape, which is the picture of the girl in the free 5-minute video. There's a funnel below that says Free Funnel. And that capture page specifically, my team and I have been testing that for the last 3 months, and it converts very, very well. So just experiment with the different capture pages that you're using. Also experiment with the different traffic sources that you're using. So with all the different capture pages that we have, there's a good capture page for different types of traffic sources. So as an example, if you're going to use the one that says Free Funnel, and if you use that one, that converts very, very well with solo ads. So, just look at the traffic source that you're using compared to the capture page that you're using. Jeannie, you're having difficulty with the link. How can I get help? Oh, you have to specify what link are you talking about. Janet, you're saying that page converts really well. Hopefully you're talking about the one the free funnel that we were just talking about. All right, cool. All right, man. Unless there aren't any other questions, then we will get this wrapped up. And Funnel link. I know, Jeannie. Which funnel link? All right. Jeannie, just pop your question in the Now Lifestyle community. Myself, Seb, or Janet, or somebody will get that answered for you. Other than that, appreciate you guys for hanging out. Rock on. Make it a great day. Go kick some butt. Go take some action. Go take some action. Go get some clicks on your link. Do whatever you got to do. Income-producing activities. Go do some income-producing activities. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Peace.